Hello, everyone. Good evening. Dear authors and invited guests, welcome to Technical Session 2B. Myself, Ishita Sauryan, and this session will be moderated by me. On behalf of Global Knowledge Research Foundation and GR Scholastic LLP as International Organization Technical Partner, Trinity University as the University Partner, Benowit DMC as the local organization MICE partner, and Springer Nature as the publication partner, it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the 8th International Conference on Information and Communication Technology for Intelligent Systems, ICTIS 2024, Las Vegas, USA. The 8th edition of this conference is being organized in a hybrid mode. The physical event was organized in Las Vegas, USA on 23rd May 2024, and the virtual event is being held through Zoom today, that is 24th May 2024. I hope you will all enjoy the knowledgeable and interactive sessions through the day. If you have, in this session, we have 6 presentations. Each presenter will be given 10 minutes for presentation and 3 minutes for question and answers. 12 minutes for presentation. I'm sorry, let me correct myself. There's another request to all the participants there that you all stay connected with us to the closing remarks. If you have any query or update, you can write it to me in the chat box. Just before we get started, I would like to introduce you all to the chair for this session. We have with us Dr. Shamim Kaiser, who is currently working as a professor at the Institute of Information Technology of Jahangir University, Sawat, Dhaka, Bangladesh. Dr. Kaiser is a life member of Bangladesh Electronic Society and Bangladesh Physical Society. His current research interests include data analytics, machine learning, wireless networks, and signal processing, cognitive radio networks, big IoT data, healthcare, neuroinformatics, and cybersecurity. We welcome you, sir. We also have with us our session chair, Dr. Vijay Singh Rathod. Dr. Vijay Singh Rathod is a chairman and director, Sri Kami University College, Jaipur, India, and UK membership chair, ACM chapter Jaipur, past chairman, CSI Jaipur chapter professional member, IEEE having teaching experience of 20 plus years. His core research areas include internet security, cloud computing, big data, and IoT. We welcome you, sir.
Very good evening to all of you. There is some problem with my video.
So your video is not really visible. There's just the
there's a problem with video.
Okay. We'll be proceeding with our paper presentations. I'd like to invite our first paper presenter for the session, Yi-Fin Lee, with the paper titled Advancing Elderly Care Through AI, the Jubo Vitaling Systems Role in Home Nursing and Intelligent Monitoring. Ma'am, you may start with your presentation.
Yes, thank you. And I will share my screen first.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, thank you. Can you see my slide?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, thank you for everyone. And good morning and good evening and good night for everyone. My name is Yi-Fin Lee, and I'm a senior product manager of Jubo. And our paper is Advancing Elderly Care Through AI, the Jubo VitalLink system's role in home nursing and intelligent monitoring. And today I will share our first AI application in our product and show you how AI facilitates care in elderly care through VitalLink card. And I will explain how the AI VitalLink card works in nursing home first, then focus on the AI result and performance. First, about the VitalLink card in nursing home. In Taiwan, nursing homes, we found out that caregivers spend more than 60% of time in direct care. And indirect care includes taking nursing records, phone calls, administrative works, and so on. But we hope caregivers could focus on direct care. It means provide service for the elder's needs. So technologies give a big help on that. We deliver the VitalLink card solution. It's more accurate, efficient, and reliable on vital sign monitoring. And the space like First of all, caregivers take the VitalLink card to the bedside, then measure elders' vitals with Bluetooth-enabled devices, like oximeters, blood pressures, and other devices. Then the data will sync directly to our VitalLink app. And the second, from the VitalLink app interface, caregivers could add more information, including infection symptoms and voice-to-text progress notes. And then all the data will be synced to the EHR systems. That could be point-click care in North America or Jubal Nurse Information System in Taiwan. And the last step, in a web portal or EHR system, caregivers could receive and check a real-time alarm, then take actions for those abnormal vital signs. Now we back to the traditional care before they use the VitalLink card, just like the left side. Caregivers need to measure the data and handwrite the result on the paper. Then when they back to the nursing station, they have to type the records again into the digital systems. But now they can use the VitalLink card. VitalLink card. It slash time by 80% from 5 minutes to 1 minute, and avoid the risks like difficult to read handwriting and the typos. And after we collect this kind of data from Drupal VitalLink, we start to think how to detect the accurate alarm for caregivers. The medical standards do not work for everyone because the individual diversity. For example, when we saw a blood pressure number is 150 millimeter mercury, it's over standard as abnormal data. But what if the number was taken by an elder with hypertension? It might be a normal data in their daily life. So how to detect the abnormal vital signs, prevent too many false alarms is important, especially for nursing homes. So this is why we would like to apply AI for this topic. Now we have the vital sign data from VitalLink card, as I introduced. We chose the isolation forest algorithm because it's great with high dimensional and skewed healthcare data. And unlike traditional methods, they work best with normal distribution. This unsupervised algorithm excels at finding outliers in medical data. And when we apply the isolation forest algorithm to real data from the Drupal VitalLink, we focused on tuning the parameters to get the best performance for our dataset. We adjust the parameters step by step, continuously testing to see how they impacted the model's performance. And we ensure the AI model's robustness and accuracy with rigorous training and validation. And we train it on a large data set of physical reading and validate it on a separate data set. This helped us check if the model can accurately spot anomalies in vital signs and make it reliable for clinical use. And this is our overview of patient data for this paper. We collect 14 individuals from 9 nursing homes, and the data range is from 1 day to over 1 year. And not only the vital sign numbers like body temperature, pulse rate, and the blood pressures, we also collected the nurse track records as a label and the AI prediction for comparison. This graph shows the performance. The model shows 87% accuracy and 86% recall, but only 22% precision. It indicates over detection, but still maintains its relevance in healthcare due to several factors. The first one is the isolation forest algorithm. It designed for outlier detection, may generate false positives in complex medical scenarios, and it affects the precision performance. And the second part is, despite it shows the low precisions, but the high accuracy and the recall are valuable for early detection and the patient safety in monitoring in the nursing environment. And the model's low precision highlights opportunities for refinements to enhance its performance for us. And this graph is this confusion matrix shows the comparison between AI result and the human judgment. AI prediction are predict label, and the human judgment are true label. And it highlights the needs of the reducing false positives for better clinical outcomes for us. And we also use graph-based display visualized for 14 patients as knots, and with age indicating similar physical patterns among patients. and a line thickness showing similarities in vital sign management. And this graph facilitates the quick identification of similar patient groups. And spotting health trend help us manage patient groups better and create precise treatment plans, which improves in clinical decisions. And the graph shows how patients are connected and reveals potential clusters, and making it easier for healthcare professionals to clarify complex data and provide a better care. For the conclusion, this study shows AI benefits nursing for enhancing patient monitoring and care coordination. And AI boosts outcome and efficiency, but has precision challenge currently. That is what we have to face in future. And we reduce human oversight by combining AI tools and human expertise to improve the healthcare delivery for the real world. And here are some materials. Currently, we already put this AI detection model for over 1,000 long-term care facilities. And it includes over 130,000 elders, especially in Taiwan. And we hope to apply a more AI-powered efficiency for elderly care in the future. If you would like to know more about us, please email or scan the QR code to get more information. And thank you for your attention today.
So it was a very nice presentation, and congratulations to you for that. Your works also seem very nice. Can you tell me what are the limitations so far in this particular research? The limitations in the existing research, and then what is the future scope?
Sorry, could you repeat? Yeah.
Can you tell me what are the limitations? What are the limitations of this research?
You mean what are the?
Like what all improvements are needed?
Improvement study. Oh, you mean what is our improvement process in the future?
Do you think there is some area of improvements in your research?
Yes, let me clarify if I don't want to misunderstanding the question. You want to ask if we have the improvement plan for this AI model for the future?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Because as I mentioned, we also collect the this kind of the track data from nurse. Because in our system we design a track button just like this one. We will show the abnormal AI data show on the system, and we ask the nurses or the caregivers if they are agree with this detection, and they have to push this button as a track. So this data could be a feature for us to retrain our data, and our data is not only our model is not only connect with the individual's data. We also consider the data from the facilities, because we know every facilities they have their diversity. So every caregivers have their experience and they have their judgment for every patient. So we including this to as our advanced model to give it a more accurate and a more suitable for this facility to retrain this data by collecting their labels.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, presenter. We will be proceeding with our next paper presentation. I'd like to invite our next paper presenter, Randy Joy, with the paper titled Industry 4.0, Discovering Scientific Trends Through a Bibliometric Analysis. You may start with the presentation, sir.
Okay, let me ask if you can hear me.
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay, thank you very much. Allow me to open my presentation, please.
Please go ahead.
Okay, so it's good evening here in the Philippines, and I'm here to present to you my paper entitled Industry 4.0, Discovering Scientific Trends Through Bibliometric Analysis. So let me just start with the introduction. Industry 4.0 stands out as compelling subject within the business operation. This is one of the most researchable area in the field of operations management and manufacturing sector. Okay, this sector is actively engaged in extensive research endeavors aimed to enhancing technological advancement in both the manufacturing process and business administration. So business owners around the world are looking for an automated process to keep the business growing, which aim for adding technological edge to the organization, not only to organizations adopting technologies, but also institutions around the world are also planning to be smart campuses where technology will help the institution to become one of the leading university employing education 4.0. So the primary objective of this study is to show and emphasize the development made in research in the context of Industry 4.0. By undertaking this endeavor, we aim to bridge the gap between the extensive body published papers on the topic and thorough comprehension on the field's current state and its potential growth. Okay, so I discovered the trend of Industry 4.0 research for the last 10 years. In this paper, I envision to provide a perspective that harmonizes the plethora of insight, perspective, and findings gathered across various published works, and by analyzing and synthesizing these diverse sources. And I aim to offer the understanding on the advancement of the Industry 4.0 in research. So the methods is Prisma. Okay, so this paper explores the research trend in Industry 4.0 by conducting a BA covering the period of 2011 up to 2021. So this time frame was chosen to ensure the substantial and dependable data set for analyzing using Boss Viewer software and to identify, select, and analyze the relevant documents from Scopus database. The Prisma technique was employed, and the related documents on Industry 4.0 were indexed based on the keywords. This was done last October 17, 2022, up to the first week of 2023. So the keyword title used is Industry 4.0 or Key Industry 4.0 was executed and designed in the database to dig the related papers. So as you can see here, there are 17,703 records scan, and then there are reports that are included, which is the editorial note, short survey, conference review, erratum, and out of date others. So the included in the reports is only 14,435. So allow me to present to you the result. So the publication trends in Industry 4.0 for 2012 up to 2021 were analyzed. Based here on the figure, as you can see, there is an increasing number of research in Industry 4.0 from 2019 up to the present. And the following figure shows that the Procedure Computer Science shows the highest allocation of sources or journals selected by the researcher on the topic. And as examined, Procedure CIRP produced almost 290 documents related to the topic. So the analysis shows that Sustainable Switzerland is also second to the largest producer of papers with soaring number of articles related to the topic last 2021. And according to citation data, Sustainability Switzerland censors applied sciences and proceedings from the 2021 IEEE conference and ACM International Conference proceedings are among the most frequently cited sources. And this citation originated from technological journals and conference proceedings. And it provides us the valuable insight into the frequency reference material within the domain of Industry 4.0 research. In terms of authorship, as you can see, the author Erwin Roach, based from Pre-University of Bolzano, Italy, was the top producer of paper, followed by Ziranov, and followed by Matt And this observation cited authors from developed country. As you can see, later on, I'll be providing you which country is the most highest number of publication in Industry 4.0. And in terms of citation, the most cited paper was published as 2015, which is a cyber physical systems architecture for Industry 4.0 with almost 2,715 citations from the different article, which is followed by Industry 4.0 with 2,154 citations. And in terms of paper types, as you can see, there's are more conference paper proceedings compared to article, which is followed by the article. Conference proceeding with almost 58.3%, articles with 32.8%. There are also book chapter with 5%, reviews for 3.6%, and others. And when it comes to researcher, most of the researchers are from Greenwich, West Village, Tennis, with 165 writers. It's the largest university in Germany, followed by a university in Milan with 154 authors, and other university from South Africa. So based here on the findings, we can see that Germany is one of the developed countries in terms of Industry 4.0. So the location basis analysis of the published research shows that Germany has the most documents, followed by Italy, India, United States, and United Kingdom, respectively. As you can see here on the presentation, majority or almost all of the country that is listed with a high number of research in Industry 4.0 are developed countries. And in terms of collaboration, the fundamental pillar of research culture, it plays a crucial role in advancing scientific knowledge and driving technological advancement. It brings together diverse perspective and expertise resources. It enables researcher to tackle complex challenges. So based here in the figure that is generated by Voss Viewer, we can see Germany has a lot of collaboration in Brazil, Spain, Mexico, and Colombia. In terms of other countries such as Italy, they have more collaborations in Portugal, Turkey, Greece, and Norway. And we have also here Philippines and more collaborations in Malaysia, Indonesia, and Singapore, or more on Asian countries. So the conclusion, the bibliometric analysis approach were used in the study to assess the research trends in Industry 4.0, and the PRISMA was used to identify, screen, and evaluate published papers from various journals that are indexed in Scopus from 2011 to 2021. So the targeted inquiry conducted within the Scopus database with almost 14,000 items, which include articles, reviews, conference proceedings. Utilizing co-authorship, keyword occurrences, citation analysis, the gathered data underwent further scrutiny by a software Voss Viewer to discern prevailing research trends. So this one, through bibliometric scrutiny, substantial network of scientists, institutions, and nations collaborating on various projects and producing high-quality influential papers over time were uncovered. And these findings provide us insight into a current scientific landscape and research, which is potentially serving as a valuable resource for future researchers, business, government entities seeking for overview on the field, expedient data for decision-making, partnership identification, and securing funding for their endeavor. So that would be all. Thank you very much.
So, Professor, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
So, yeah, it was a nice survey, nice this contribution of your research. So, can you tell me what is the status in the Philippines itself for the Industry 4.0?
Actually, sir, there are limited number of research in the Philippines. As you can see, based on the result, we have few collaboration in Malaysia only, and limited collaboration with other countries. So this is really an eye opener. The importance of this research is applicable to a country like Philippines, which is still not yet more on the field of Industry 4.0, which we ask more researchers to engage in this type of research.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We'll be proceeding with our next presenter. I'd like to invite paper presenter Nancy K. Lelo to present the paper titled Navigating Vulnerabilities, RFID Technology in Firearm Management, a Comprehensive Analysis. Ma'am, if you're here, then you may start with your presentation.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Are my slides visible?
Yes, ma'am, they're visible. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Greetings, everyone. My name is Nontsige Lelo from the University of Johannesburg in South Africa. It's a very big honor to be presenting my research today on RFID technology. Radio technology started being used in the early 1900s, and since then, plenty of research has been done to turn it into the key tool it is today in many different facets like health, logistics, retail, and much more. In fact, in around 2021, the US military were closely considering using radio technology to assist with firearm management, since that had been incredibly difficult to control for a long time. Firearm management was and still is a very important issue, not only from a logistical or administrational point of view, but what they found was that an alarming number of missing or stolen firearms ended up in the hands of criminals and were often used for violent crimes. The very thing purposed to protect American civilians was putting them in grave danger. The implementation of RFID technology promised to address this issue holistically. However, regardless of its many uses in many different fields, RFID technology has a plethora of vulnerabilities, which eventually led the US military to reject the use of this tool. But before we dive deeper into these interesting topics, we'll briefly get into what RFID technology is. An interesting origin of primitive radar technology goes back to the early 1900s and was used to identify friend or foe during the Second World War. This was done by listening to sound waves emitted by aircraft concentrated using an acoustic mirror. We would later understand that this was a form of passive radio technology. From the emitted waves, they could determine the distance, direction, and size of the aircraft. All this would give them insight to if this was a friend or a foe aircraft. Radio technology since then matured, and from it came RFID, which comprises of two key components, a reader and a tag. These two devices communicate with each other through sending each other radio frequency signals. Data can be transmitted from the reader to the tag and from the tag to the reader, forming a two-way link in the form of flow of information. They are versatile, compact, and cost-effective depending on the implementation. Now understanding what exactly RFID technology is and how it works, we'll get into the key points that made it very attractive to the US military. Efficiency and time saving. RFID would significantly enhance efficiency by automating data capture, thus reducing the time and effort required for manual firearm tracking and inventory. This automation promised swift and accurate weapon count and distribution. Real-time location monitoring. RFID would allow for real-time tracking of firearms, which is crucial for operational efficiency and readiness. This capability would enable precise location pinpointing and improve the deployment of weaponry in critical situations. It could also track lost and stolen firearms within range. Error reduction. RFID technology would reduce human error in weapon inventory management by uniquely identifying each firearm, thereby eliminating inaccuracies and miscounts. This would enhance the reliability of audits and investigations. Security. RFID tags create a digital record of firearm movements. This would improve accountability and traceability. This added security could reduce the risk of theft and unauthorized access, aiding in the rapid recovery of missing firearms. All the above listed advantages addressed all of the issues the US military were facing. However, the implementation of this technology was ultimately rejected for the reasons listed in the following slide. RFID technology is subject to physical, channel, and system attacks as described by A.K. Singh in the taxonomy of attacks on RFID, which we will discuss in the proposed solution. Firstly, cloning. Cloning involves copying data from a legitimate tag to an unauthorized one, and spoofing involves impersonating a legitimate tag to transmit false data. Both attacks can compromise the effectiveness of RFID systems greatly. Since RFID tags need to be embedded into firearms for proper functionality, for example, in the stock of the gun or the pistol, they can be physically tampered with. Although this kind of attack is very challenging to execute, the high incidence of firearm theft shows attackers' determination to gain illegal possession. Unauthorized parties can issue kill or delete commands to deactivate the tags, preventing the reader from detecting or identifying them, even when they are in range. Confidentiality. Attackers can intercept data in transit, like soldiers' locations and personal information. Encryption can mitigate this risk, but finding a balance between security and usability is crucial because strong encryption strains RFID's limited resources, while weaker encryption saves computational power but leaves systems vulnerable. Man-in-the-middle attacks. Attackers can intercept and manipulate data between the tag and the reader, compromising data integrity, availability, and confidentiality. This is otherwise known as a man-in-the-middle attack and poses a significant security risk. However, A.K. Singh and BDK Patro went into thorough research about RFID vulnerabilities and the possibility of elliptic curve cryptography coupled up with syncryption being the solution to making RFID more secure. Now, this is a very extensive and sophisticated solution, so I will summarize it to the best of my ability to save time. First, elliptic curve cryptography, or ECC, in itself provides smaller keys, fast computation, and reduced storage requirements. Syncryption combines the functionality of digital signatures and encryption into a single step, and all of this aids with ensuring that there is no more cloning attacks. Since there is no shared secret key between the tag and sorry, since there is no shared secret key stored on the tag and the key is generated dynamically by the tag for each session, the adversary cannot steal the secret information to clone the tag. Secondly, authorization. Mutual authentication between the tag and the reader or the server is essential to proceed with any further communication. ECC and syncryption make it incredibly difficult for tags or readers to be wrongly authenticated. There will therefore be no chance for tags or readers to be granted any privileges wrongfully. And third, more confidentiality. The protocol ensures confidentiality by transmitting the server's public key as plain text and using a encrypted text that does not reveal any secrets. The adversary cannot decrypt without the tag's private information, nor can they derive any meaning due to the properties of elliptic curve discrete logarithm problem. Additionally, the final message remains unusable to the adversary without the key and the tag's ID. And fourth, no more man-in-the-middle attacks. Because of ECC, an adversary cannot generate or steal the correct key. If it cannot generate the correct key, it cannot reproduce the same message as the tag. And since the message between the tag and the adversary are not the same, the session will be terminated immediately. This prevents server impersonation attacks as well as man-in-the-middle attacks. Through the above security enhancements, this protocol resists replay attacks, cloning attacks, location tracking through anonymity, DOS, man-in-the-middle attacks, and impersonation attacks, all while keeping the computational load manageable. But if we recall, one of the disadvantages listed were physical tampering with RFID tags. The proposed solution addresses almost all of the issues the US military faced, but physical tampering is still an area of concern. This would ultimately lie within the responsibility of the gun's manufacturer to ensure that the tag is inaccessible, or if they could somehow disable the functionality of the gun if the tag is tampered with. but we'll leave that one to mechanical engineers. Perhaps even using UUIDs instead of personal information to uniquely identify tags would further ensure the protection of soldiers' identities. In conclusion, RF technology and RFID technology have truly come a long way and will continue to improve, but it should be used with great caution depending on its use case. In the words of Adam Phillott, nothing is ever produced 100% secure. It just becomes a matter of managing the risks and ensuring the safeguarding of assets. That is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it was indeed a very good presentation, and congratulations to you for that.
Thank you.
Can you hear me? Yeah. So, since we are running out of time, so I'm not asking any questions. We can go ahead.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, presenter. We will be proceeding with our next paper presentation. I'd like to invite paper presenter Hype L. Thai with the paper titled Quantum Computing Advancements Propel Materials Simulation to New Heights. Ma'am, you may start with your presentation.
Are you there?
So I believe she's not here yet.
Okay, then we can call the next one.
Sure, sir. We'll be proceeding with our next paper presenter. So we have two presentations with the same paper presenter, actually.
Okay, fine.
So
We'll go with the next.
okay. Next paper presenter, Rex B. Baswell, with the paper titled Salt Industry in the Philippines, Review on Trends in Technological Intervention. So you may start with your presentation.
Okay, ma'am. So let me share my screen.
Sure.
So can you see my screen, sir?
Yes, we can see your screen.
So
Yes, sir.
Please proceed.
thank you, and good morning to all of us, and good evening to from Philippines. No? Today is I think 12 in the morning. So by the way, I am Rex Baswell from Pangasinan State University, Philippines. So may I present to you our research entitled Salt Industry in the Philippines Review on Trends and Technological Interventions. So the aim of this study is to explore and understand the current events to produce a solution based on the current problem. And also a brief bibliographic analysis was also done in this paper to determine the need to conduct more research topic. So my presentation outline is one, the overview of the Philippine salt industry. Two is the estimated volume of production. Three, challenges facing the salt industry in the Philippines. Four, potential solutions to overcome the challenges. Five, our current status of salt research in the Philippines. And six, the program work plan. So salt has many uses. For example, salt is used for cooking as preservatives. Salt is used also during the production of fish sauce, plastics, fertilizer, and so on. But in the Philippines, ranked fifth in the world for the longest coastline, with approximately 36,000 kilometers, and first for the highest coastline ratio. So this offer huge potential for expanding salt production. So as you can see in the map, no, most salt farms in the Philippines are located in type 1 climate provinces. The red one. No? So we have a long day, dry season from November to May. So this climate is ideal for salt production. So the main salt production areas including Pangasinan, Mindoro Occidental, and Bulacan, and also several other provinces in the country. So salt production in the Philippines employs various methods. It's contributing different to the overall output. Solar methods utilizing PIP or the polyethylene plastic sheets constitute the largest portion, representing around 40% of the total production. Solar fans, another prevalent technique, contributes approximately 30% to the country's salt production, as well as artisanal methods, about 15%, and for cooking, about 7% of the total salt output. So salt production in the Philippines meets about 7% of the country's demand. So totaling approximately 115,000 metric tons annually. However, challenges like La Nina or heavy rain causing the production to drop to 90,000 metric tons per year. And as you can see, Occidental Mindoro leads salt production, contributing 57.43% of the total output, around 65,000 metric tons. And Pangasinan is also active in salt production with around 32.055% of the total production. So as you can see, somehow on 1980 to 1990, so Philippines was salt sufficient, around 85%. But now 2020, we're only salt sufficient around 7%, and we're importing 93% in the other country. So the table present the distribution of salt usage in the Philippines across different sectors. For example, the tables indicates that 443,000 metric tons of salt, which represents 64% of the total consumption, is used in household. Similarly, it shows that 95,600 metric tons, or 13%, for food processing, and for water treatment, 5.1%, and others equivalent to 100%, a total of 683,000 metric tons of total consumption per year in the Philippines. However, we are producing around 115 metric tons. That's why we importing so many salt. So imported salt mainly comes from two countries, Australia and China. So Australian industrial grade salt consists of 446,000 metric tons of importation per year on average. And others, like China, we imported 87%. So what is the challenges facing the salt industry in the Philippines? So as you can see in the slide, we're struggling in the climate change, because salt production is highly dependent on the climate, as well as the passage of the Republic Act or number 8172 in the Philippines, known as in law, because most of the salt producers in the Philippines could not comply with the requirements of this law, causing the declining of salt production. Also, aging population of salt producers, salt production facing decline because of because of labor-intensive job with low economic returns. No? So younger generations are not interested anymore for this job. Also, limited R&D studies on salt production in the Philippines. No? So salt production is not a priority for research and development, no? Leading to limited studies and improvements in this area. No dedicated agency to focus on the salt industry, resulting in a lack of strategic investment and innovation. And as well as non-compliance to food safety standard. No? In some areas, salt production and storage do not meet food safety and sanitation standards, as well as competition from imported salt. Imported salt is cheaper than local salt in the Philippines. This is because local salt production relies mostly on manual labor, which leads to higher production costs. In contrast, other countries use mechanized processes, making their salt production more efficient and cost-effective. As well as marketing in the Philippines. Salt production faces challenges in the Philippines due to high logistic costs, as the country is a archipelago. This makes it expensive to transport salt between island to island. And lastly, urbanization. Urbanization also affects salt production in the Philippines as more land is developed for urban use. There is less available space for salt farm, reduce the number of salt production areas and further complicate the industry's challenges. So potential solution to overcome the challenges: number one, training and education for salt producers, innovation and technology adaptation, compliance to food safety standard, improve marketing and branding, innovative value-added salt products, developing salt production in the marginal lands, strengthening government support services, as well as legal and policy frameworks for salt industry, as well as establishing the Research and Development Center for Salt. So current status of salt resource in the Philippines is the graph. So we did searching for salt, sodium, and chloride in the Scopus database last March 1, 2023. And there are around 184,042 published documents of salt across the globe. We filtered to the country, to Philippines, and the result only provides around 173 resource index in Scopus. So figure 1 shows that there was long inactivity of salt resource around 1910 to the 1970s, while there was an increase in the salt resource in the Philippines at the start of the year 2000. Based on the sample bibliographic analysis of the 173 documents, resource publication have significantly increased from 2018 onwards. So this implies that interest in salt resource is increasing. So International Rice Resource Institute, or IRRI, and the University of the Philippines UP and Mapua University produce the majority of the research in salt. So the IRRI, UP, and Mapua University may have developed significant expertise or established specialized research program in this area relevant to salt research. So that's why they have the more publication for this sector. So establishing a salt research and development center can effectively help the Philippines achieve salt sufficiency. So such a center can focus on developing new and innovative salt production methods, improving existing processes, and identifying new markets for salt. So that's why establishing a research and development center can play a crucial role in helping the Philippines achieve the salt sufficiency. But currently, the Pangasinan State University is already funded by the Department of Science and Technology for the establishment of the Salt Research and Development Center. So right now we have this center dedicated for this sector. And here's our program. The objectives outlined focus on enhancing the salt farming industry in Region 1 through various activities. So this includes evaluating and improving the existing production areas to ensure safety and productivity for salt farmers, establishing advanced facilities and equipment to amplify salt production and enhancing the quality of local salt through optimized production. Additionally, efforts are directed toward preserving the traditional and cultural value of artisanal salt production through policy development and process enhancement. And furthermore, the initiative aims to explore innovative avenues by developing high-value products from salt and its derivatives, potentially incorporating ecotourism and desalination projects to diversify revenue stream. So this is our conclusion. So the salt sector in the Philippines encounter numerous handlers jeopardizing its sustainability and expansion. Yet, viable remedies exist to surmount this obstacle and foster the industry's advancement. Key challenges including heightened competition from imported salt, environmental deterioration, climate change effect, and insufficient technological and innovative measures. Proposed solutions involve increasing local salt production, advocating for sustainable salt harvesting, exploring new markets, fostering innovation, enhancing technology integration, and establishing a dedicated center. So the Salt Resource and Development Center may help improve the salt resource demographic presence. These solutions can help promote the growth and development of the salt industry in the Philippines, ensuring its sustainability and contribution to the country's economy. So acknowledgement to the Pangasinan State University and of course the Department of Science and Technology. So that's end my presentation for our research output entitled Salt Industry in the Philippines, Review on Trends and Technological Intervention.
Very nice, Mr. Rex. It was a very nice presentation. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So, for this salt production in Philippines, have you up to what time of up to which year data you have taken for the research? Because in your graph you were telling the data till 2017 only. So have you not taken the data after 2017? Have you also considered the data after 2017 in your research?
Come again, sir?
You have taken only the data till 2017 in your research.
Yes, 2017, right.
So after 2017 to till 2024, I think it's around 6 or 7 years.
Yes.
So have you not taken data, recent data? Have you not taken recent data?
So based on our research in the Scopus site. So
Okay.
wait. We
Okay, fine.
researched
So you
the
taken
data.
only
Yes,
data
sir.
till
We researched the data last March 2023.
Okay, fine. And
Yes,
you
sir.
also mentioned that to increase the salt production in Philippines, you advise for innovation and technology adoption. So what type of technology adoption you want to suggest?
Yeah.
Like do you suggest some technologies like ICT or AI tools?
Yes.
Or something else?
Based on our observation, we suggest and also including in our Salt Research and Development Center the use of desalination technology, vacuum evaporator technology to increase the salt production in the Philippines. So, and of course, massive awareness, no, modern technologies, no, to counter the manual methods of producing salt in the country.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
इधर आके लो, ये भी क्या बोलें कैमरा खोलेंगे.
Thank you, paper presenter. I did once again like to ask for our paper presenter who did not get to present their paper. Hi, Pelthai, if you're here, then you may start with your presentation. So it seems she's not here yet, and
I
she was
think she's
our last-
not still here.
Okay, so we'll be proceeding with our closing remarks. I'd like sincerely thank our authors for the excellent presentations and contribution in this session, and all our participants for being a part of this international conference. I hope this session was informative enough. We, on behalf of the whole team, thank you for your support during this 8th version all the previous 7 versions of the conference held in Asia. We will be also happy to have you in the 9th version in 2025. All the presenters will be getting their digital certificates through email within 2 working days. Further, all the papers have been already forwarded to the Springer. The publication will be live within 6 months. Kindly cooperate with the team of ICTIS 2024. I'd also like to thank our session chairs. Please give me a moment. I'd like to thank our session chairs for chairing this session. A token of appreciation to the chair on behalf of team ICTIS 2024 and the organizing partners. I'd also like to thank our session chair, Dr. Vijay Singh Rathod, for chairing this session. I would a token of appreciation to the chair on behalf of team ICTIS 2024 and organizing partners. Thank you for your valuable presence, sir.
Thank you so much for the appreciation. And I would like to congratulate all the presenters also to present their papers. And I wish you all the best for your future endeavors.
Thank you. I kindly request all of the participants to turn on their cameras for a quick snapshot of the virtual conference.